This is the Tarot and Oracle forecast for the week of 4th of December 2017. If you would like a more personal or private reading or that totally incredible soulmate reading, you can book your reading via the website, or you can also now, you'll see in a link that will come at the top of your screen or a web address. I'll put the links in the description box below. You can buy your reading on Etsy on my shop. Right, we're going to start with a relationship reading, move on to a general forecast, finish off with 2 archetypal energies of the week, and then I picked 1 card for each star sign just to give you a little bit of extra guidance. Right, so if we look at relationships for the week, you get forgiving and learning, honeymoon, and new love. There was definitely a very strong feeling of new beginnings for the week of 4th of December. It was as if we were clearing out the last bit of the old from 2017 so we can make space for the new, and that new moves in very quickly. So both for committed relationships and relationships that may be coming in this week, and for some of you there's definitely relationships coming in this week. The forgiving and learning speaks about old behavioral patterns, old ideas, core belief patterns we have about relationships that we're finally clearing up this week. We've been working on them all year, I think, but now we're finally putting the finishing touches on that learning curve, and it's going to be done and dusted. The honeymoon card says then we actually take a break from whatever that relationship core belief that was occupying us the whole year, that was bugging us the whole year, that was stopping us from finding, if you were looking for a relationship that was worth pursuing the entire year. And some of you may even be going away now for a weekend. You may be going on a trip, you may be going even on a business trip, but it's somewhere nice, somewhere that has a holiday feel about it. And for some of you, that is where you're going to meet that new somebody, that new person, that new love in your life. And for those of you in committed partnerships and relationships, so when you take this little bit of a break, and the break is going to come either in the form, like I say, you actually go away a weekend or you go away somewhere, or it's just taking a break because now that lesson that you were supposed to experience where relationships are concerned is done and dusted. You feel a new love, a blossoming new love for the partner that you're with. And I think it's more a case of you see them through new eyes because some core belief that you had for a while now has resolved itself. You have worked through it. Very nice relationship reading that. It has a very light feeling about it this week, as if relationships get a little bit of a breather this week. And for those of you looking for new relationships, know that at the beginning of the week there may be a little bit of that heaviness still hanging around where relationships are concerned. But it's about to turn around for you. It's about to be a little glimpse, a flash of light, something fresh, something new that comes in that shows you that that partner that you've been looking for is about to manifest in your life. And for some of you, that person will actually genuinely be crossing your path this week. For others of you, you get news this week, or you get an idea, or something that shows you that that person is about to show up in your life. Very nice relationship to reading this. Right now, if we move on to your general forecast, you'll see you get the Don Juan card. You get Spring card as well. I picked 2 clarifiers, which is the home and the social network, what I now call social network card, modern day. Now, that Don Juan card speaks about this transient energy, and the home card came up with that. So I think there's been a lot of instability on the home front for many of you. It's as if you couldn't find solid ground, you couldn't find a good footing. It was, some of them were good times, some of them were not such great times, but you just couldn't find a solid footing. And this is also applying to your work environment, because that's also a home environment. That's somewhere where you spend a lot of your time, so it also counts as a home environment. Now you're about to find this energy changing. As that spring starts opening up in that environment, the energy starts shifting. And that very transient energy you were experiencing actually starts to show signs of settling, but it's just starting now. And because that social networking card for me shows up, I think it's through the people that you're working with, or your family, if it's your home life and your general life, it's people orientated, where that very transient, unstable energy is starting to sort of stabilize with the people around you. They start being perhaps even a little bit more predictable, a little bit more sociable, and therefore a bit more enjoyable as well. That's also nice, a nice reading, a good one, I reckon. Now, if we look at the archetypal energies for this week, they really do sort of underscore and underline everything that I've said in your relationship, in your general reading. That 6 of air always speaks about sailing off to greener waters, if I can combine the two sayings. It's about realizing that perhaps something that you've habitually been doing, something you habitually believe, is not serving your highest good. It could even be a place you habitually go, and you're about to change that. You're going to drop an old belief pattern, you're going to drop an old behavioral pattern, or you're going to drop something that you have been frequenting, a place, even a career, a job, even relationships perhaps. You're about to change that and sail off to where you know the horizon is better for you. And that 3 of earth speaks about tending and planting new seeds. So that's what you're doing now. So as you make this change, as you shift out of that energy that has been holding you down and back, and perhaps making you very unhappy and dissatisfied in the last year, you're now planting the seeds for something new. And that card comes up to remind you that you are doing that. Remember, you are planting new seeds now. So whatever changes you make now in the way that you think, in your forward planning, remember you're planting the seeds for the future. So keep it bright, happy, light, constructive, and creative. There, download for you, as I always say. Signed and sealed and delivered. Right, now if we look at one card for each star sign, just to give you something a little bit extra, a bit of a heads up for the following week. Libra, your card is that of the stability card in the Lenormand deck. So you definitely have stability starting to move into your life. You can see it. You can smell it. You can almost touch it. Leo, you have major change happening in your life. It's not comfortable. It's a bit of upheaval. There's definitely upheaval involved, but it is going to do you good in 2018. Taurus, you discover something new this week, which makes you change direction, I think. And then Virgo, you receive some kind of written correspondence, an email, a letter, even a text message that sets you thinking in a new direction. Capricorn, you decide this week, you know what, it's knuckle down time. You're going to change what you don't like in your life. You're going to clean up, clear out. Be it physically, be it mentally, you're doing it this week. Then Aries, there's a wish fulfilled for you this week. Something you've been wishing for arrives this week. Scorpio, you get some clarity this week. Now, I'd normally say it's emotional clarity, but this is water. Scorpio's water. I think you just cleared clarity in general this week. You have that aha, we start to just see things a lot more clearly. Pisces, some kind of abundance comes in for you this week. Maybe someone pays you for something you've been hoping they'll pay for you. Maybe somebody buys something for you. Maybe you even get an increase this week. But there's something coming in for you this week. Then Aquarius, relationships go up to a better level this week, especially that relationship, be it a business one, a platonic one, or romantic one that's maybe been in the bit of the doldrums. It shows signs of improving greatly this week. Cancer, something that is burdening you and has been worrying you comes forefront this week, and perhaps you get the opportunity to actually finally do something about it. Gemini, you've got an adventure in for you this week, be it a metaphorical or a physical. In other words, you could have your horizons broadened by someone on the internet, someone new you speak to, a new experience, or physically you actually go somewhere new and do something new, or there's the opportunity for it this week. Sagittarius, you have a choice to make this week. Remember, this is about sowing those new seeds and moving away from what you know made you unhappy to what you do know will make you happy, but they're going to grow those seeds. Remember that. Right, I do hope you enjoyed this reading, all of you. If you would like the personal or private or that amazing soulmate reading, you can buy a voucher from my Etsy shop. The link will be below. It's also showing up on your screen, the website. And that will give you the voucher, which then says within 3 days, I will deliver your reading to you via email. Either audio or typewritten, it will be your choice. Right, I want to thank you for watching and listening and commenting and liking and subscribing. And once again, for anybody that shares the videos, a very special thank you to you.